Hey guys, how are we going? So I didn't think it was worth making a full-blown breaking banner video for this like Tsum banner, but I thought I'd talk about it nonetheless. It's, in my opinion, unless you want some extra high score challenge percentage, pretty much worth skipping entirely. Let's talk about it real quick though. So we've obviously got 4 medals in there, 3 of them are tier 4s and the one on the right there, Sora and Riku, is a tier 5. All of them lower general defense by 1 tier for 1 turn, except for the tier 5, which does 2 tiers for 2 turns. That one costs 5 gauges to use, so it's very expensive. Hits pretty freaking hard though. The rest are only tier 4s, which is a bit of a shame, but they only cost 1 gauge. And of course, every single one of them hits all targets super effectively, a la the World of Final Fantasy medals. So what do I think? Honestly, pretty much too little too late for me. From a utility perspective, we've got medals that far surpass that now. We have medals that cast 2 layers of general defense down and only cost 2 gauges. If you'd put this banner out a month ago, potentially a bit before that, yeah, I would have considered going for it then. As it stands, I really don't need it from a utility point of view. From a damage dealing point of view, I mean, there's really nothing special about, well, there is something special about them, the fact that they can have 3 trait slots, but my god, traits are the biggest load of bullshit in this game in terms of like, you can roll over, like, you can have all the ingredients you need and then you combine them all together and you end up with either a nice beautiful cake which has got negative 60 general defense, additional strength, extra attack, lovely, or you can have a steaming pile of shit which is, you know, negative 60 poison resist or something, and then even then it's not guaranteed to resist poison. It's just like, god, they're just such bullshit, and then you wrap all that bullshit in these medals and it's just something to stay away from entirely. So something else, like, it's not, I know we don't need to draw like direct comparisons to the JP version, but still, in the Japanese version of the game, they gave you 1 free pull of this banner, which was very smart because it gives you an investment. It's like, okay, I've picked one of these, chances are it's going to be one of the 3 tier 4s because the tier 5 is a ridiculously low drop rate. So I've got one of the tier 4s. Okay, well now I'm only potentially 1 pull away from guilting this thing, okay? Let's say you pick up Minnie and Mickey, right? Let's say you do your free pull, you get Minnie and Mickey. Now you're a okay, let's say it has either 2 or 3 dots. In the case that it has 2 or 3 dots, you could potentially go, alright, if I do 1 more pull, I've got pretty much a 1 in 3 chance of getting another Minnie and Mickey, and if that one has 3 or 2 dots respectively, then look at that, I've guilted one of these things, and it only cost me 3,000 joules. That's worth pulling for. And then they do 1 pull, and then they go, okay, crap, I didn't get Minnie and Mickey, I got Pooh, Tigger, and Piglet, but that one has 3 dots, so now if I pull again, I've got a 2 in 3 chance of guilting one of these things. That's how you get people to spend your joules. Right now, they haven't given us a free pull, which, you know, fair enough, they can do whatever. But that means, okay, I'm definitely not going to spend money on joules on it now. There's no reason to. Like, I'd have to invest to then have the chance to invest more to get something out of it. I think it was very smart what the Japanese version did, which is give the players a free pull. Alright, so that's that. Let's talk about traits real quick. God damn it, I hate traits. Alright, so they've got 3 trait slots. Let's have a look at one. Okay, so we're just in the high score challenge viewer here, so let's pull up Minnie and Mickey just because it's easier to say than all the rest. Okay, so here are our 3 trait slots. Okay, so it's a tier 4 medal. It's cost us 3,000 joules just to pull one of these bastards. Okay, what set of conditions do we need to have to make one of these better than anything a tier 5 can do right now? Because, you know, tier 5s are pretty much where the meta's at right now. We're about to move into tier 6, and in fact, it's already started with Tifa and Aerith. Okay, what do we need to do to make these things really competitive right now? Oh, okay. Okay, so first of all, extra attack is not quite a given, but it's certainly a very attractive thing. I mean, like I said before, any meta medals that you have can do really good damage in the story, you know? You can do 1 pull, take the premium medal from there, and even some of the tier 3s, and you can just fly your way through the entire story mode pretty much. There's like two quests that might give you trouble. So story mode's completely out. Pretty much all the events are tricky because no matter how good you are, sometimes you just won't have the setup to do it. And these guys are not going to help you in that case. There's nothing really special about these guys that are going to get you through, you know, some really difficult event quests. Sorry, I just got cut off. So where was I? Extra attack is not like a necessary, like it's not a complete requirement, but it's still very, very important to have. Like again, we're going into Coliseum, most likely is where you want to take these things. So 2 layers of general defense down, if you can get it, is a pretty good thing. Even in Coliseum right now, it's a pretty good thing, and that will at least put you on par with the Wisdom Form Soras, the Maleficent Dragons, that exist right now, Tifa and Aerith, HD Ventus, whatever. That at least puts you on par with that. And then you probably want a -60 general defense, ground defense or aerial defense to really make it actually do damage in the higher layers of Coliseum. And extra strength would be nice as well, because, you know, why not? You can stack extra strength as many times as you like. So extra strength is never going to be an unwelcome thing on these things. Okay, but what are the chances of actually getting that? Okay, let's do some basic math, okay? For the sake of argument, from what I've seen, this one is so rare to pull that it's just about not worth mentioning. It's obviously very cool if you do get it, that's lovely, well done to you, but getting 4 copies of that, 1 for itself and then 1 for a trait roll each time, you're going to be spending about roughly 20 bajillion joules, I think. Yeah, I've done the math, it's about that. And you'll end up with poison resist 3 times, so it's not worth the effort. The rest of them though, let's just say for the sake of argument, you do a pull and you get, it's a 1 in 3 chance of getting the rest, let's say, just a 1 in 3 chance of getting the rest, okay. So let's say you do your pull right now, okay. You don't even want to see the rest of them right now, you just want to focus on the one that you got, and you want to get that one over and over again until you get the good amount of traits that you want. So in a perfect world, you do 4 pulls, you get, let's say, Minnie and Mickey, you get it again, you get it again, you get it again, so you have 3 trait rolls on it, and you roll, you roll, you roll, and you end up with a really nice guild and the 3 perfect traits, okay? What are the chances of that of actually happening? Okay, so let's say you do your very first pull, okay? There's no probability there, you're going to get whatever you get, and you're going to work from that point onwards to get more of the same thing, okay? So 100% chance at the start, you're all good, okay? Let's do another pull now. Let's just say for the sake of argument, it's a 1 in 3 chance of getting the sum that you got before again, and so, right, we're at 1 in 3 chance right now of this hypothetical scenario working out. Okay, so then you roll that one, you roll your first Minnie and Mickey into your second Minnie and Mickey, again, in this hypothetical situation, okay? What traits do you want? Right now, I reckon you've got a 4 in 13 chance of getting a trait that is desirable, okay? So it's already not looking too good. Because like I said, if I was rolling him, I'd be happy with extra attack, any of the -60s, or 1000 strength, okay? So let's say you get extra attack right off the bat, okay? Now the reason you get extra attack right off the bat is because that's no longer desirable to you, right? You can't stack extra attack. In fact, you can't stack any of the -60 defenses either. So if you get one of those, you then don't want it anymore for the next time. So let's say we get one of the 3 that we do want but don't want again. So we pick up another, we roll, we do another pull, and we get a 1 in 3 chance of getting the thing that we want again. So let's write this down. 1 in 3, 4 in 13, 1 in 3 again. Okay, so we've got the Minnie and Mickey again. Look at us, we're so very lucky. Let's roll it in again. Okay, now it's a 3 in 13 chance of getting a trait that we want. Okay, 3 in 13 chance, cool, we get it. Let's do one more pull. Okay, lucky us, we got Minnie and Mickey again. Let's put it in again. Okay, so again, best case scenario, we're at a probably 3 in 13 chance again of getting it. Let's say the first time we did a trait roll, we get extra attack. The second time we did it, we get 1000 strength, okay? So now it's coming up to it again. We're going to do one more trait roll, and we're happy with either 1000 strength, -60 defense, or -60 aerial defense. You know what I meant, -60 ground or -60 air. So finally, a 3 in 13 chance of having a desirable medal that we want. Let's do the math on that real quick. Okay, so if my very, very, very basic math skills are correct, you have a 4 in 6,591 chance of that hypothetical situation occurring, in which you spend 12,000 joules and end up with 1 perfect Tsum medal. And then you have the guilds roll to factor in as well, but you can just mirror that up later. That also equals out to roughly 1 in 1648, sorry. So a 1 in 1648 chance of that probability happening. So yeah, who wants to, roughly 1,000 people will watch this video. What if we all spend 12,000 joules and one of us will get lucky, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, it's just, guys, it's not worth the effort. Like, the amount of joules you'd have to spend to and you couldn't even guarantee, but to have a really good chance at making a really powerful medal here is just insane, just completely insane. Like these things are only valuable because they have 3 trade slots, right? Apart from that, they're pretty meh. Like the fact that they deal super effective damage to every type of enemy is a nice gimmick. It's what made the world of Final Fantasy medals so popular, but we are way past that now, guys. We're so far past that. Like, with the amount of buffs you can stack, you're going to use Sephiroth EX on a magic medal, it's still going to friggin' hurt. It's absolutely still going to hurt. So it's like, yeah, doing super effective damage against all enemies is nice, granted. It's still very nice, but it's hardly the most important thing anymore. I think I've rambled on for long enough about the stats. You may want it because you may need some extra high score challenge percentage. I've done a run with only 21%. I had a illustrated KH2 Kari and I could borrow a Tifa and Aerith, and that gave me 22.6 million. It was by no means a perfect run, but it's pretty much all I could find. I couldn't even find a Sephiroth EX in my friend list, despite me looking pretty hard. But hopefully I'll be able to find one. I want to know the minimum percentage possible to get the Man in Black medal. Like, I'd really like just at least 1 copy of him, which means I'd have to hit either top 5,000, which is not going to happen. Jesus Christ, it's not going to happen. For me, just because I haven't done any pulls of the Sephiroth EX banner, I'm not going to mercy Tifa and Aerith, so I'm going to have to hit 30 million. Which just might not be possible. I'm going to need to squeeze out a hell of a lot more percentage than I currently have. So if I find a Sephiroth EX, that's going to give me 28% that I can go in with, and then it's like, okay, if I buy 3 Tsum medals, that'll put me at 58%, and that could potentially squeak me over the line of getting 30 million points, but I'd kind of want to see other people do it first, just to know if my investment was worth it, and even then, it's spending minimum 9,000 jewels to get 1 copy of this Man in Black medal with 1 dot. I'd really like to have him though, just because I think it's a really cool utility medal that's going to help out in Proud mode and potentially in challenges down the line. So I would love to have him, but I don't think it's worth spending 9,000 jewels, potentially 12,000 to do so. Anyway, I've rambled on for long enough. This wasn't meant to be a long video, and it's at least 10 minutes already. Good lord, sorry guys. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. All the best. Bye.